Oh, my name is Andrew Rickmans.
The name's Mike here.
We will be giving you a walkthrough through our short animation clip entitled
Pie in the Sky.
Pie in the Sky. So before we explain how we made and everything, we will be watching together. So let's watch together now. Okay, let's transfer.
Wakey, wakey. Breakfast is ready, princess. Now, go and get some.
Has it started yet?
Take a look.
That almost got me.
Well, aren't you a lucky bastard, eh? Unlike the lad before you.
What happened?
You know what? Keep talking and you'll end up like him.
Oh, this is like ridiculous.
Alright, it's over! Right now! The plane is going down! Stay down! Do you hear that?
Whoa, the plane?
No, not that. I mean that.
What that?
The bloody tank!
Isn't that our land ship?
Seems like it.
Why isn't it on our side?
Nope. Hijacked.
Look, there it is.
Okay, we got options. Either we take it back or take it down. Hang on. It's coming right at us. Get down! Well, it's your time to shine, soldier.
Why?
Why? Because you're the protagonist here.
Huh?
Now get moving.
Oh. What am I wearing? What is this? Changed. What is that doing here? Okay, what? This is different. Gotta chase it. There. Now, where is it? Huh? It's you!
You okay there, Henry?
That's okay. It's not that bad.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's just an accident.
Kids, mealtime!
So let's start talking about it, right?
Yeah.
So our idea, basically, our experiences from childhood, right?
Definitely. Well, yeah, our childhood experience has a lot of things back in my day because we used to play toys, play video games, and also read magazines or watch cartoons. You know, once we play with toys, we usually use our imagination for.
So that's basically the story, right? It's just
Yeah.
two kids playing with their toys and they're imagining. It's immersive, right? And they're role play, basically. So they're enjoying their.
Maybe
That's what's
costume
yeah,
play.
exactly. That's inside their minds, and then it's revealed like they're just playing games. The message at the end of the short film where children play with like games nowadays, like video games which are violent, but it's up to the guardians or parents basically to teach them like the proper.
Yeah, that depends how they interpret it.
Yeah, so that's our research actually, of how like games make children violent and stuff. But
Yeah, because parenting also made an outcome about their kids.
exactly, so
Like, well, of course, parenting issues might affect the kids in the future. Well, that's a common reason for that.
yeah. So let's talk about how we produced this film. So yeah, we started drawing the concept of
Yeah.
the characters and the environment. We made the script basically. Then we started doing storyboarding. So you have penned the storyboard.
Well, since we're talking about the storyboard, I usually thinking about something goes first, like the war scene. We usually have an inspiration from Toy Story 3.
Yeah. So we after the storyboarding, we did some animatics to help us like have reference of where the sequence goes. We really followed most of your concept, right? We didn't stray away from the concept. The concept wasn't really far from the final output.
But we usually improvise this, or we improvise.
Improvised, yeah, we improvised, but not a lot. I
No,
think not a lot. We stick to the concept.
Yeah.
We also did research and development, of course, but the whole project we did research and development because of problems and technicalities, and especially in rigging and like in the animated characters, there's a lot of bugs, and it needs to be further developed and polished.
Yeah. So that's the reason why we have a trial and error.
Yeah, a lot of trial and errors basically, and we actually lacked a lot of time, right? Precious time. Then we started our modeling phase, and you modeled a lot of props, right?
Most likely, yeah. I did a lot of props here, but there's some are scrapped because, well,
Yeah, we
will
didn't
get-
use everything, right?
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
Yes. I basically modeled or sculptured the characters, and I modeled the tiger.
Yeah.
Also, some few. I think I did the windmill. Also. Ah, you did the windmill.
Well, no, you did the windmill.
Okay, so after we did our modeling, we basically textured our own models, so it's easier and faster process because we know our own models, right? Because we did the UV and everything. And after texturing is done, next step is rigging. And rigging is very
Complicated procedure.
it's a complicated thing.
But yeah, most of the production team find it really important. But
course.
since we're not AAA type, to be honest, but at least we did what we could.
Yeah, we did the rigging on our own. That's for me, it's an achievement. Yeah. So, but the thing with rigging, there's a lot of bugs with the skin and stuff. It's not perfect, but we did the best to fix everything, despite the technical errors that
Yeah.
occurred during rigging. So after we did the rigging, we did the animation of the characters, and I did the animation for facial synchronization and lip sync, basically.
Yes.
And tell me about the rigging problems you've encountered.
Oh yeah, I remember that time. Yeah, the tree-line chase.
Mm-hmm.
The hip part is very difficult because when I tried to rotate the character, the hip just suddenly went into
360, like a twisted roll.
Yeah.
Twisted sponge or something.
So what I did is, since I have to key one frame to another and then rotate it back to another frame just to make it
360.
subtle. Yeah.
The threads, like keep on missing, like they
Yeah.
glitch. There's a lot of bugs in the rig. So also did simulations for NCLA and the destruction of the windmill, basically.
Yeah.
Let's talk about matte painting.
Yeah. Looks like our old friend is in here, but
Yeah, so we have one dude to thank for our
Yeah.
matte painting. We are deeply grateful to Ryan for lending his skills in matte painting. He's a true expert.
Yeah.
He did our set extensions, basically the extended areas around the environment, basically.
Yeah. Without your brother, nothing would be possible.
Alright, so after we did everything, compositing comes next. Mixing all the elements together with the simulations, the rendered output, and some VFX. And after that I did some video editing, color grading, cutting the footage. There's some deleted scenes who didn't make the final cut. There's also some assets who didn't make the final cut. We actually recorded some sounds from our own blockings,
The clanking thing.
clanking metals.
Yeah, anything I provided just to make a sound
The
effect.
forest thing, tell me about the forest thing.
The forest thing, since we go there in a subtle place, I can still remember
A
that-
quiet place.
Yeah, definitely a quiet place. No, oh no, I just realized that. But not that quiet though. I mean, we went on the forest where less cars are passing by. At least that will be a great opportunity for us.
For foliage, basically.
Yeah.
Of course, we did the voice. He did the voice for Henry, and I
Yeah.
did the voice for John. And I'd like to especially thank Jane Hinobis for doing the voice of
The kid's mom.
Yeah, cut content. Yeah, there's a reason they're bald. Actually, the original plan was to have like effects hair, right? To
Yeah.
have like moving hair. Like it was too ambitious, I guess.
Yeah, but we didn't really we didn't really continue it because since we have less time, so we have to sacrifice our the hair effect or the hair simulation.
Yeah,
for
the
time.
simulation, yeah.
Because with that, the render time will be longer than I expected.
Yeah, so it didn't make the cut. So we omitted this and we left them bald. We
Yeah.
actually joked around like wake them up in a hospital scene instead and like playing with their toys, but it's
Yeah.
too much.
I know, even though we talk about it, but
Don't
I know
make
it
cry,
won't.
don't cry.
Yeah, that's an inside joke, but I don't want to let that happen. Otherwise, it will end up as a first concept for the Zootopia.
And there's a lot of assets you made that didn't made the cut, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Fully textured and
Fully textured and ready to put in the scene. Even though I decided not to put it here because actually it's either I forgot to put it there.
there's this good barrel I saw, like
Yeah, but the barrel, yeah, I removed that for the reason because there are no oil barrels in that. I mean, why is there an oil barrel inside the trench? I mean, what's the use for?
fair enough. Let's talk about inspiration. So I think for Act 3, the environment is basically Sound of Music. It is inspired for the grassland, mountains in the background.
Yeah.
Beautiful matte painting by Ryan Rodero. And I think for the first act, I think I saw first World War scene in Wonder Woman's like blue tone, like grimy.
Actually, I just got that idea from Verdun. Verdun is somehow my first thing because since World War II is a trend, so why not World War I? Because some people said it's a lost generation or soldiers from the lost generation. Well, at least we're going to put a credit to that because at least since I'm a gamer myself, I would like to honor the people. Since I'm a Filipino myself, I still honor them because they serve each other in First World War. So yeah, why not?
And it's also an inspiration from basically the plastic soldiers, the toys. Basically.
Yeah, but about the plastic soldiers,
This
I
World War
re-
II, I think.
No, it's World War One.
Really? I thought it
Yeah.
was World War II or something.
Well, it may look like World War II, but I mean, if I look closely about the helmets, it looks
And-
like French with the Adrian.
It's modeled after, yeah. Okay. We try to compact every aspect of. We have fighting, role play game, like sword fighting. Then we have like chasing,
Yeah.
and then we have like playing like with toys and action figures.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you for learning with us. I think.
Yeah, actually, to be honest with you, it's my first time having a documentary with a project
Yeah,
here.
this is the making. So thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Subscribe. No.
I mean, if this is YouTube, we could have said that. But,
Yeah. Put it on YouTube then.
maybe. Actually, maybe it's right here.
Okay, so I think there's a lot of. I say a lot of basically here. Stop saying basically. It's like basically inspired basically by trial and errors basically, and it's basically